these techniques are used in the project evaluation and management. The only way how you can differentiate the PERT technique from the CPM technique is PERT is a time-based event, whereas CPM takes time as well as cost into consideration. That's the only difference. So PERT calculates the total time, and the time taken to complete the activities, whereas CPM takes both the time and cost into consideration while performing the activities and seeing how the project is going to actually function. So both these techniques, the PERT technique was started initially by the US Navy Special Projects, while CPM, DuPont Company researchers and researchers from Rand Company jointly developed critical path method as a method for evaluating the projects and managing the projects that organizations are running. Off late, when you look at it, should you use a PERT or CPM more? Probably CPM is one technique that is used more because along with the time, CPM also uses a cost. So it computes the costs that are incurred in the process of making a product. So it changes the evaluation of your decision. Using time alone and using time and cost together changes the decision or the choice that you finally make. That's why both PERT and CPM techniques are the controlling techniques that are actually used. As I said, PERT is a time event network, whereas CPM is something that includes both the time as well as the cost. And I'm sure you know how to build the networks where in networking, you would know what is the particular sequence of events and activities that is going to take you the lesser amount of time in order to accomplish the work. So as you can see on the screen, a simple network of events where you can see that a project can take two paths in order to complete. It can either go for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 or a 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8. So whichever path you are going to take in order to accomplish the work faster. So PERT is a time event network which talks about the possibilities of the outcome in the worst case scenarios or in the optimal scenarios. While on the contrary, CPM is a critical path method which is going to look at the time as well as the cost that is going to be taken. So three things that we need to consider when we are doing the PERT and CPM. PERT specifies the expected time for completing activities, whereas the critical path method gives one-time estimate for completing each activity. So it's going to take only one-time estimate for completing each of the activities. So PERT identifies different time estimates, like as I said, the worst possible estimate or the perfect or the optimal possible estimate. So it takes different time estimates in order to come to a conclusion of a decision. But CPM identifies both the time and cost estimates, which I've already been saying that to you. So PERT deals with projects. So what kind of projects PERT deals with are non-recurring in nature. That means they're not going to be recurring pretty often because you complete the project and you don't have to again get back to doing it. Where CPM is used where standard activities are performed. So that means this is some sort of a recurring activity where you're doing it every time. Because you're doing it every time, you want to reduce the cost and also the time taken to do it. So this is about the PERT and CPM, the